Okay, so welcome to the Story Song Podcast. My name's James.
My name's Chris.
Hello, Chris. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Good stuff. Right, so should we explain to the listener what we're doing here today?
Yes.
All right, so the idea is we love songs, don't we?
Yes.
And we love songs with stories in them.
Who doesn't?
So what we're going to do is we are going to present each other with a story song.
Super.
And it might be one you know, might be one you don't. And we are going to break it down a little bit, find out a little bit more about it.
We're going to break it down, we're going to take it to the bridge.
And we're going to bring it back from the bridge to the chorus. Okay, so are you excited about this?
Get on with it!
Fair enough. All right, so I'm gonna choose the first story song.
Of course you are, because you would.
And it's a classic. Right, okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to introduce this
what we're
song.
Going to do? Okay, what we're going to do? What we're going to do?
This song is called, if you wouldn't mind pressing play, this song is called The Mississippi Squirrel.
Funny that. If you wouldn't mind pressing play, only I don't press play.
Just press damn play.
You're my staff. You work for me. I'm in charge. I'm in charge.
Well, when I was a kid, I'd take a trip every summer down to Mississippi, visit my grandmother.
So, you heard this song before?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so let me give you some
I
context.
do know an interesting fact about squirrels.
Oh, go on.
Grey squirrels are just old red squirrels.
That's just not true. Grey squirrels came over from America. You trying to trick me? You played with me?
Well, I did trick you, but yeah.
All right, so let's build on what's happened so far in this story.
Yes, there's a church and a squirrel there.
No, there's a guy who goes to church and he's bored of going to church. He's bored to shit going to church. So to liven it up, he takes a squirrel in a box into church.
Not a fox in a box.
No, a squirrel in a box. Okay, so he takes his squirrel into church in a box.
Yeah.
And it's a very boring church. And the squirrel gets...
as boring as this story?
What, do you think this story sounds boring?
No, it's riveting. So then what happens?
Right. The squirrel gets loose.
Yeah.
The squirrel goes berserk in the self-righteous church.
Goes nuts.
Yeah. Should we listen to the next bit? Because I don't think you're taking this song seriously.
Well, Harvey died dancing and screaming. Some thought he had religion, others thought he had a demon. And Hard thought he had a weed eater loose in his fruit of the moons. He fell to his knees to plead and beg, and that squirrel ran out of his breeches leg unobserved to the other side of the room. All the way down to the Amen view where sat Sister Bertha better than you, who'd been watching all the commotion with sadistic glee. Should have seen that look in her eyes when that squirrel jumped her garters and crossed her thighs, and she jumped to her feet and said, "Lord, have mercy on me." As that squirrel made laps inside her dress, she began to cry and then to confess the sins and make a sailor blush with shame. She told gossip and church dissension, but the thing that got the most attention is when she talked about her love life. And then she started naming names of the squirrel.
So, you hear what's going on with the squirrel now?
So it's running around 7 deep or something. There's a load of rednecks.
And it's really prissy, like a nun. She's sitting there laughing at everyone.
Who's this, sorry? Who is she? Just some woman.
Better than you.
Someone better than me in the congregate.
And she's like sneering at everyone, and then suddenly the squirrel goes inside her dress. And
she got a rat in her knickers.
And she begins to shout.
It's like the song, "There's a rat in my knickers, what am I gonna do?"
It's not a rat, it's a squirrel.
The
squirrel gets in.
Tree rat.
And she starts moving around, and then she starts...
She got a rat in the bush.
She starts to confess about all the things she's done bad in her life, because she's like...
Well, she sounds quite a sinner if she's got a...
No, she's very prim and proper, but because she's got a squirrel running around her, she suddenly starts saying, "I've done this," because she thinks she's been touched.
In fairness, if I...
Are you a religious man? Are you a religious man?
Years ago,
Are you a religious man?
Years ago, Matt, I remember Matt waking up one night saying he had a silverfish running over his forehead. Right, and he didn't... I mean... Maybe he's done no wrong, but he didn't confess anything. And I think if I woke up with a whatever running over me, I wouldn't go, oh God, I knocked one out when I was 14.
Can I suggest?
I'd just go, what the...
For a start, no one's asleep here. They're all awake. They're in church. She's sitting there in the pew, looking down on everyone like these. Are you a religious?
When you say
man?
looking down on everyone.
Well, she's looking down because she.
Well, why do they look down? Don't they like look? Isn't everyone?
I think the line is Bertha better than you.
What? I think people are the.
No, she said the line. Sat there in the old man pew, and their Bertha better than you.
Yeah, but I think the church would disagree.
Yeah, but what happens is a squirrel gets inside her.
Inside her?
No, not inside.
What?
Inside her dress.
This is awful.
And she starts confessing.
So it's like a...
She thinks it's a religious thing.
Is it a religious squirrel?
Well I don't know there's many religious squirrels.
Why?
Well, because... Should we listen to the rest of the song?
I don't know.
The pastor got saved and $25,000 was raised and 50 volunteered for missions in the Congo on the spot. And even without an invitation, there were at least 500 rededications. We all got rebaptized whether we needed it or not. Now you've heard the Bible story, I guess, how he parted the waters for Moses to pass over the miracles God has wrought in this old world. The one I'll remember till my dying day is how he put that church back on the narrow way with a half-crazy Mississippi Squirrel.
What do you think?
I get that.
What do you think? Do you like the song?
Not really.
Really?
No.
Do you buy it? Could it happen?
Would I buy it? I wouldn't.
But...
I argue against 69p for an app. I'm not going to pay anything for that.
Could it happen?
What?
Could a squirrel go berserk?
Well, I mean, they're very... Have you seen them? Have you seen some of the videos? And I mean, they're very clever animals. They're really, really cunning. So, I don't think... I think if I was a squirrel... If a squirrel was in a church, I think it would just get out. Because why would it want to be in there? I mean, there's no nuts in there, is there? It would just want to leave. Because they're dead clever, and they're like, well, what do I want to do? I want to go to where the nuts are, or there's peace.
Are we going to Nuts Fard?
Or wherever, but I don't think I think the singing might put it off a bit anyway.
Alright, so we've got to get onto the marking. Alright, so we're going to mark it out of 10 for
what we marking?
Story quality.
Oh, really low. Awful.
Really?
It's not even a story.
Alright, well, it's not a story.
Yeah, it's not a story. A squirrel went to a church, ran around and persuaded someone to explain their sins of... no. Do you know what?
What are you going to give it?
That's more boring than... I never went to Sunday school, but I can imagine it would have been that boring.
What the whole point of the song is...
If it's out of 10, could I give it 0 or a 1?
Are you really going to mark it that low?
Yeah.
I warn you, that's dangerous.
All right, 1.5, 2.
All right.
Well, when you say warning me, I'm not going to be struck am I by...
I don't. You know what? I don't get to mark it because it's my song choice. But you're
sorry. Is this offending you? This is like.
I'm like the squirrel that went berserk.
See, I like the Dukes of Hazzard, and it reminded me of the Dukes of Hazzard, and I like that.
But you don't like the song, so you're giving it a 1.5
at most
for story quality.
Yeah.
Do you know that means it's at the bottom of our leaderboard, man?
Well, we've only just started. It's the first one, but
well, yeah,
I envisage it can only get better from here. I mean, I can't think anything is going to be. I really can't think any.
Well, I look forward to criticising your song next time.
Oh, sorry.
Because I thought that was an amazing song to start with.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh no, it was good. It was lovely.
Yeah, it's too late. Too late. Too late.
It was great.
All right, all we've got now to do is say goodbye.
Well, just like goodbye. What, like you and I? Are we over? Is our friendship over?
No, we'll be back next month.
Squirrel song.
We're back next month.
Yeah, good. Well, I look forward to that.
Yeah, me too. See you later.